At first glance, the 1990 South Africa 1 cent coin appears no different from the countless small coins that once passed through everyday hands. It is modest in size, simple in design, and easy to overlook. Yet behind this unassuming appearance lies a story that has fascinated collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. This coin was born during a period of deep transition, when South Africa stood at the edge of profound political, social, and economic change. Every detail pressed into its surface carries the weight of that moment in time, making it far more than a piece of spare change. In 1990, South Africa was entering a historic turning point. The country was beginning to dismantle systems that had defined it for decades, and uncertainty filled the air. Coins minted during this era were not just tools for trade. They were silent witnesses to a nation reshaping itself. The 1 cent coin, often ignored due to its low face value, quietly circulated among people who had no idea they were carrying a future collectible in their pockets. Most were spent without a second thought, dropped into jars, lost between couch cushions, or eventually melted down when the denomination lost its practical use. The design shows careful simplicity, a reflection of its purpose and time. The metal composition was chosen for efficiency rather than luxury, yet the texture and weight give it a distinct presence. The date 1990 stamped onto the coin is more than a number. It marks a crossroads in history. Coins from this year represent the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, which is precisely why collectors today view them with such intense interest. Rarity is not always about how many were minted, but about how many survived in exceptional condition, untouched by wear, corrosion, or damage. Over the years, stories began to circulate within collector communities about unusual variations of the 1990 1 cent coin. Some were rumored to have striking errors, others subtle differences in metal composition, thickness, or alignment. These small imperfections, invisible to the untrained eye, can dramatically alter a coin's value. What once seemed like a flaw became proof of uniqueness. As experts examined surviving specimens, a few stood apart from the rest, sparking debates, excitement, and intense competition among high-level collectors. As inflation rose and the 1 cent denomination lost relevance, millions of these coins disappeared from circulation. They were removed from daily use, stored away, or destroyed. This sudden decline in availability transformed the remaining examples into relics of a forgotten monetary system. Time became their greatest ally. Each year that passed made untouched examples harder to find, and each discovery added fuel to the legend growing around them. The idea that something so small could become so valuable captured the imagination of people far beyond traditional coin collectors. The appeal of the 1990 South Africa 1 cent coin is not limited to its age or scarcity. It represents a universal fascination with hidden value. Everyone dreams of discovering that an ordinary object they already own might be worth a fortune. This coin embodies that dream. It challenges the assumption that value must be obvious or immediate. Instead, it proves that context, history, and survival can elevate the simplest item into something extraordinary. Collectors who specialize in transitional-era coins often describe a powerful emotional connection to pieces like this. Holding the coin feels like holding a fragment of time, a moment frozen in metal. The weight of it carries not just physical mass, but historical significance. Each scratch or mark tells a story of where it has been, who handled it, and how it traveled through a changing society. For those fortunate enough to find a pristine example, the experience is often described as surreal, as if history itself has chosen to reveal a secret. As demand grew, private sales and auctions began to draw attention to the most exceptional specimens. Prices climbed steadily, surprising even seasoned experts. What shocked many was how quickly interest expanded beyond South Africa. International collectors recognized the global historical importance of the era, and the coin became a symbol of transformation, resilience, and the unpredictable nature of value. It was no longer just about numismatics. It was about storytelling, legacy, and rarity combined. Social media and online platforms amplified the mystique. Stories of people discovering old coins in inherited collections or forgotten storage boxes spread rapidly. Videos and discussions fueled speculation and hope, encouraging countless individuals to re-examine their own collections. The idea that a single cent could change a life resonated deeply, making the 1991 cent coin a topic of fascination even for those who had never collected coins before. Experts emphasize that not every 1991 cent coin carries extreme value. Condition, provenance, and specific characteristics play a crucial role. However, the existence of a few extraordinary examples is enough to sustain the legend. It serves as a reminder that history does not always announce its treasures loudly. Sometimes it whispers through the most ordinary objects, waiting patiently for the right moment to be recognized. The coin's journey from everyday currency to elite collectible highlights a powerful truth about time and perspective. Value is not fixed, it evolves. What is dismissed today may be celebrated tomorrow. The 1990 South Africa 1 cent coin stands as proof that history rewards patience and curiosity. It encourages people to look closer, to question assumptions, and to appreciate the hidden stories embedded in the objects around them. In the end, this coin is more than metal. It is a bridge between past and present, between insignificance and legend. Its story continues to grow with each passing year, inspiring new generations to search, learn, and dream. From the hands of ordinary people to the vaults of elite collectors, its transformation is nothing short of remarkable, culminating in a valuation that has stunned the world at $4.8 million.